Texas Congressman Brandon Gill moves to impeach federal judge over deportation ruling. In a dramatic escalation of the immigration debate in the United States, Texas Congressman Brandon Gill has introduced articles of impeachment against U.S. District Judge James E. Boasberg. The move comes after Boasberg ruled against a recent policy aimed at expediting deportations of suspected gang members, a decision that has sparked intense backlash among conservative lawmakers. Gill, a freshman Republican from Texas, has been an outspoken critic of judicial interference in immigration matters. In a statement announcing his impeachment push, he accused Boasberg of gross overreach and of deliberately obstructing the enforcement of immigration laws. A judge who places political activism over national security and public safety has no place on the bench, Gill declared. The controversy centers around a legal battle over the Biden administration's attempt to deport individuals accused of being members of transnational gangs. Under new policies, immigration authorities sought to expedite removals based on alleged gang affiliations without requiring extended court hearings. Civil rights groups, however, challenged these efforts, arguing that the policy violated due process rights. Boasberg ultimately ruled in favor of the plaintiffs, issuing an injunction that blocked the deportations from proceeding as planned. Gill and other hardline conservatives in Congress argue that the ruling not only endangers national security but also sets a dangerous precedent where unelected judges can undermine immigration enforcement efforts. He claims that impeachment is the only viable response to what he calls judicial activism, aimed at obstructing the executive branch's authority over immigration matters. The push for impeachment has drawn a mix of support and opposition. House Speaker Mike Johnson has not yet signaled whether he will support the effort, but several members of the House Freedom Caucus have voiced approval, calling Boasberg's decision reckless and an attack on law-abiding Americans. On the other side, Democrats and some moderate Republicans have dismissed Gill's move as a political stunt, warning that it could set a precedent for impeaching judges simply for issuing unfavorable rulings. Legal experts are also weighing in, with many arguing that Gill's impeachment effort is unlikely to succeed. Judicial impeachments are rare in U.S. history and typically involve clear cases of corruption or misconduct rather than policy disagreements. Even if Gill manages to push his resolution through the House, it would require a two-thirds majority in the Senate to remove Boasberg from office, a nearly impossible hurdle given the current makeup of Congress. Chief Justice John Roberts, in a rare public comment on the matter, issued a statement defending the judiciary's independence, reminding lawmakers that impeachment is not meant to be a tool for punishing legal decisions they disagree with. Judicial rulings are subject to appeal, not political retribution, Roberts stated. Despite the long odds, Gill's move signals a growing willingness among some Republicans to take drastic measures against judges they perceive as hostile to their policies. His impeachment push is also part of a broader effort by hardline conservatives to challenge what they view as a politically biased judiciary. Meanwhile, immigrant advocacy groups and civil rights organizations are celebrating Boasberg's ruling as a victory for due process and constitutional protections. This case was about fundamental rights, said one immigration attorney involved in the case. No matter how serious the allegations, everyone deserves their day in court. The congressman's actions show a blatant disregard for our legal system. As the battle over Boasberg's fate plays out, the case has broader implications for the future of immigration policy and the separation of powers. It remains to be seen whether Gill's impeachment effort will gain traction or if it will fade away as a symbolic gesture of defiance. However, one thing is certain: the political divide over immigration enforcement is only deepening, with both sides preparing for further clashes in the months ahead.